Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Practical Gardener. So my name is Sophie and today I'm going to be propagating these Bougainvillea. Look at the color, they are so beautiful. I got like the purple one in the back. I'm not really a big fan, but these are so pretty and I got some cuttings, so I'm going to propagate these and I'm going to make a I'm gonna put them in pots, and with other flowers I'm going to put them in front of my house because I want more colors in front of my house. I want more flowers. But look at how beautiful they are. They will look so good with other arrangement. So I got them both here. I'm going to cut off all the flowers and a lot of these branches. I might split them up. Actually, like for instance, these could be two. And this guy can also probably be two cuttings. Okay, so that'll be end up being 4 for me. I also got these other cuttings from the backyard. These are the deep purple variety. A lot of people don't like Bougainvillea, but honestly, they give this really romantic feel. It's like as if you're in Spain or Greece somewhere, you know. I mean, if you can imagine walking through, Greece or Italy somewhere, and there's Bougainvillea just growing on the side of the structure. It's quite beautiful. So this is what I love about them, and they really, if you take good care of them, prune them right, they put on such a show. I mean, they give you these clusters of flowers that's just like cascading, next to your fence or the sidewall of your home. It's beautiful. So yeah, so definitely grow Bougainvillea and propagate them, because if you already got some, hey, you can put them all around your property. I like to put them in pots because they are quite invasive. They get pretty big, but you can still appreciate them in smaller quantity. So I'm gonna start off with these guys, since this is the one that I showed you. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to split them up, okay, from the joint here. So we got 2 plants now, and it got a little stem, which is great because but we're gonna take this down a lot, honestly. Look, like that. And I don't want too much leaves because the plant, they expire their water through leaves. So the more leaves, the more water expiration. Okay, so we want to cut down the leaf quantity as much as we can, and but we want to keep some of them because so that way it can take in the sunlight, for photosynthesis. Same thing with this guy. Oh, I didn't even do this one. Okay, so take out all the flowers and trim off. I use like regular scissors, and yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, honestly. Just trim them off. I find regular scissor works so much better, especially cutting the leaves and smaller plants. It's not bulky, it's easier on your hand, and you gotta save your hands because working in the garden is not an easy work. So use the right tool is very, very important to gardening, okay? Because when you don't have the right tools with any kind of work, you end up working harder and straining your body and straining your hand and straining all your extremities, right? So you don't want to be doing that. So always garden practically. All right, okay, there you go. So I'm gonna continue to do this, and I will fast forward a lot of these so that way you don't have to sit here and see me, but you get the idea, right? You see, we're just trimming this guy. So yeah, I am done with cutting these things. So I'm gonna separate these guys because this is two different colors. The bottom part needs to be trimmed. So we have a clean cut, see, like this. Let's be cut from here. Now that it's cut, we're going to shave off the bottom of it, okay? Now we are done with these, and we are done with these, okay? Okay, now that we're done cutting those, the cutting and shaving off the outer layer, exposing the cambium, like I said, we're going to label them, okay? So I'm in front of this potting mix. It's just your regular Miracle-Gro potting mix, and I got a drip pan here. And the potting mix, the pot has some holes in the bottom already. As you can see, I put some paper towel there so that way we don't have soil erosion, okay? Because these pots has giant holes and I don't know why they're so big. Anyways, but yeah, so I like to put a little bit of tissue to prevent soil erosion. So I also have two plant label here. So one is for the pink and orange, and the other one is for the purple, okay? So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to poke a few holes. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 4 of these pink and orange one, and I got 3 of the purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, halfway in depth. Okay, and then the other side I got 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so along the side 3. Next things I'm going to do is I'm going to spray these with some water. Okay, so I am just putting a little bit of water on them so they're wet. Okay, you want to wet them ahead of time, because before you put the cutting in, because you don't want to start watering excessively, because what you're gonna do is water off all of your root hormone. So you want to pre-water it like this. Okay, so you see it's not dripping. It's wet enough, but it's not dripping. That's what you want, just a little bit to moisten the soil. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to wet the end of these. Let's go back to the sink and just wet the end of these. So now that they're wet, but not dripping wet, okay, I'm going to start dipping them in the root hormone. And the hormone powder that I'm using is just your regular average rooting hormone. It's okay, so we're doing the orange and pink first. So I just kind of bring it to the side, and I got a little cup here. Okay, so I'm just gonna place them in there. See, okay. Actually, what I'm gonna do is kind of smush them, because sometimes I find that. Okay, so oops, sorry. Okay, so that's one. So we're gonna do the rest. Okay, there you go. Shake off the excess and place them in there like that. Like that. Okay, so now we're gonna firm up the soil around it, so that way it doesn't move, because you want this guy to sit there and not move. These guys are the pink and orange one. So I'm just gonna stake my plant label right here, so that way I know that the back one is the pink and orange. Okay, all right. And now we're gonna do this guy, and then now I'm just gonna firm up the dirt around it by All right, there you go. So we're done. Now we're gonna put the last label there. Okay, that's the purple one. Okay, and now one more time we're going to water it. This plant, because it has no root system, it has no way of keeping its hydration in. Okay, so we need to moisten the leaves. It needs a moist environment to stay alive in the process of its rooting phase. Okay, so it's really important to keep your plant moist. You don't want to sink these in water. Yeah, so you want it moist, but you do not want it like soaking wet. Okay, so right now it is ready to be put in my greenhouse. So I'm going to put it there, and I will show you how it's doing in about I want to say a week or two, depending on how it's doing. Okay, we're gonna check on it, and once I feel like it's already affixed to the soil, I will show you then. If you don't have a greenhouse, what you can do is put a stick in the middle. Make sure you're not putting like wooden stick or like a branch or something like that, because those things will get moldy and they will infect your cuttings. So you want to put something like either a plastic stick or some kind of other stick that is not of nature. But yeah, so you can put like some kind of plastic stick in there and create a tent by putting it in a clear plastic bag and just tie it off to the top, and it will create that tent and humidity, and the plants will take off much faster. Okay, but you do not want to just leave it like this, because your plant will dry out unless even if you like spray it constantly. I feel like it will still dry out, because like I said, these are not plants, like they don't have their root system, so they are very, very vulnerable to losing fluid. And plants that are dry are dead plants. Okay, so plants need moisture in their stem, in their leaves, all of that good stuff. So for me, I'm just going to put it in my greenhouse, and that will serve that purpose of tenting it. But even though I put it in my greenhouse, I will occasionally spray it, either every day, every other day. I will mist it with a sprayer, mist it with water. So I'm just leaving them out here in a plastic bag, and I put it in a tent, and I put it in my little greenhouse over here. I'll check on it later to see how it's doing, but right now it looks like it's okay. And I'm just gonna put them back in here with my other seedlings. Okay. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment or say hi or give me a heart emoji. See you guys next week with another video of something cool, something interesting. Check out my YouTube shorts too, on animals and plants and different kinds. I make them to cheer everybody up. That's it. Bye. Take care.